Welcome back to the AB Scout Project. I'm Krieger, and this is Alpha Bravo, and today we're going to start off with the Core Class Energon Megatron. Now, he looks pretty neat. Very good, tiny representation of the original. He does come with his tank, sword, / gun. He does, in these shoulder guns, they don't swivel like the original. They actually come off as separate pieces here. So they got two posts, so you can have upward and forward. Those are your only options. But otherwise, looks okay. Wings go where the wings go. Yeah. Pretty simple. Decent representation. So, not too bad. We bring in the original. And yeah, you kind of see the size disparity there. But then again, this was huge. I mean, just look at him compared to Alpha Bravo here, and you see he was a big guy. So, honestly, if we wanted a chug scale Energon, it kind of needs to be somewhere in between here. But yeah, but you can see the green is a bit more neon than the original. The blue's just a little off, but otherwise not too bad. They did the face white instead of blue. Yeah. And of course, you have got more paint apps on this because it's a bigger thing and you can, paint more. But overall, not too bad of a representation. Alright, let's go on to the jet mode. And here we have the Core Class Megatron in his jet mode, and he looks really good, actually. I mean, not bad for a Core Class representation of what was basically a leader class. So, not bad at all. The only thing distracting is really the fist sticking up there. But otherwise, it looks good. I mean, folds up, pretty much like the original did. So, yeah. Not bad. Not horrible. Best they could do. We'll bring in the original. The size differences notwithstanding, it's actually a pretty good representation. We'll try to do a double 360 here with a giant and a small. Yeah, lots of stuff changed. I mean, they tried to, replicate as much stuff as they could. Of course, they can't do all the gimmicks just because the original was just so gimmick laden that, they tried to stuff as much as they could into a single bot because it was Megatron. It was the big bad, so they had to just go all out. So, but this is actually pretty impressive for a core size of something that had so much to do going on with it. All right, let's go to our final thoughts. So an IDW G1, comparison isn't really fitting since he didn't appear in either. As far as like if something for your Energon shelves, you still do this because I don't think they've made any other, Legacy Core Class or Legends Core Class Scout size of Energon products. There was some at the time that they made, and this might go well with them. I don't know. I'd have to look at them. I didn't really collect a lot of that era besides like the major characters. So that may be your closest, but still something for your chug shelves. I'd just stick with the original. All right, let's go on to the next one. Next up, we have the Walgreens exclusive Medix, and he looks pretty good, pretty decent representation of what we've seen before. This, of course, is the crankcase mold with the cross-cut head and the Elita 1 guns, and the skid gun. But anyway, he still retains the extra guns that crankcase had for the trigger con action. So, yeah. And of course, still has the front plate like crankcase had that turns into a gun. But yeah, overall, not too bad. And this is kind of more reminiscent of the BotCon Combiner Wars Medics than this one, and then the Rescue Bots. But yeah, not too bad at all. For comparison, we'll bring in one of the few Rescue Bots I own at that scale, the Hot Shot here. And you can see he's a little bit taller than the Hot Shots Deluxe size. So yeah, not too bad. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the vehicle mode. And here's Medix in his car mode. It looks pretty good. Has storage for everything. They added the hole in the light bar so you could put guns up there, so that's pretty nice. And again, this is just the crankcase mold, so it has the sunken hood there. So, yeah. You've seen this before, it's just straight up recolored. So let's go ahead and bring in our rescue bot comparison. You can see it's a little bit smaller than the rescue bots were. I don't have any of the ambulance mold rescue bots, so. But you can kind of see that it did get a little bit smaller, but definitely a lot more playability than the brick. But, yeah, I mean, the original rescue bots did have wheels, so we'll give it that. It's about the same. You just don't get to put weapons on them. So, anyway, let's do a quick 360 again, just so you see everything on here. I mean, packs away pretty well. I mean, this is going back to the skids mold. Yeah, no complaints. So let's go to our final deliberation. So since this is a new character, we're going to do our new character protocol. So representing all the rescue bots is Hotshot. So, and then the first aid is representing the BotCon, which the BotCon was pretty much just a direct recolor of this. It was part of the customization class. And then, of course, our new Legacy. Now, first to be eliminated is the Play School Toys, just because they have an extreme lack of articulation. I mean, that's pretty much it. So, they're out for playability. Between the BotCon and the Legacy, I mean, if you got the BotCon, I mean, that is technically more correct, since the only G1 stories or literature is from that BotCon bio. So it's kind of self-surfing, but that is the most correct. But it was really limited supply, and it's really hard to find now if you want to purchase it. I mean, I tried at the time to get a hold of the Ratchet version, but that didn't happen, so good luck finding the Medix version. So, just for availability and more posability, we're going to go with the Legacy Medix. That's this year's Walgreen exclusive, which should be hard to find at first, and then on their website later, pretty easy to get on discount. But, if history is any teacher. Anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you for joining us today on the AB Scale Project. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, ring that bell, and I'll see y'all later.